It's 20 cars long, 1,600 tons, and she gonna be heavy. This is gonna be tough. This takes skill. This takes technique. Oh my God, we're so close. Come on. 0.9 coming up. Oh my God, it's so close. Ooh. Oh, how were you sideways? Oh my God. All right, yep, we're stalled out. We are stalled out on the side of a hill, and we're gonna actually have to wait for somebody to come out here and help us out. All right, so I found another locomotive. It's not necessarily close. I checked the iron mine, and I don't have access to the military base yet, so I can't get anything from there. There would also be the option of going to, I think it's a food factory place. That's also pretty far. So OWN, which is the oil well, I think north, was the closest place that I found that actually had a DE6. So I had to reverse it. Now we're now reversing it back to rescue, I guess you could say, our stalled train. This has turned into a whole thing. This is probably going to end up being a 3-day event. It came from I'm just going to, you know, do a little shunting, build a train, which took an entire game day, about an hour real time, and then it took probably spent about an hour just trying to get up the hill with the locomotives that we had, and now we're stuck on that hill, so we have to go down and waiting for some help from this DE6 reversing its way up the hill to attach to the front of us and to see if it can take us on our journey. We could definitely kiss that time bonus goodbye, that's for sure. But hopefully this works. It should be fun. I think having this one extra locomotive will do the job. All right, the stalled locomotive should be just around the corner. So we're going to go nice and slow here. A couple of honks of the horn and let them know that we are near. The gradient's going down here. Yep, there it is right there in the distance. I believe I see it. Let's get on the brakes. We don't want to smash into it. Going in this direction, it is downhill. Wow. So close too. Probably only, I don't know, maybe 50 kilometers. I don't know, not far at all away from, come on, slow down, from the peak. Not much more to go uphill. There we go. Alright, so just gonna slowly couple it again. We don't want to bump it too hard. That'll do. Bit rougher than I wanted to. Uh-oh, please don't roll down the hill. Please don't go rolling down the hill on me. Thought we set the parking brake. Alright, that should be good right there. Alright, let's go ahead and hop off. And we're gonna connect the two locomotives together. It's also, again, we have the brake hose connected, so if we have the brakes set to 100% in the front, it'll be 100% in the back as well. It'll take a while to get there. All right, I think we are good in this cab. This one is powered on. Yep, it's on idle. That's good to go. Both locomotives, all three I should say, are powered on. Run back to the lead freight car here with the coal in it, and we'll unlock that one as well. Cool. And the train should be good and intact. Nothing aggressive happened. So run back up to the front and see if we can get this baby up the rest of the hill. Again, once we get over this hill, we're good. But I might even ditch one of these locomotives if we can. Again, it's going to be a very expensive journey using 3 locomotives and not being able to get that bonus either. It's going to really hurt us. So yeah, I don't know if we can afford it. I just bought the license for this train, which really put me out pretty bad. Let's go ahead and release the brakes there, put it into forward. We'll get our lights on nice and bright, just like that. And we are ready. So go, we'll leave the light on because it's going to get real dark in here real soon. All right, let's release the independent. We're on a hill, so we'll do a standard hill start. So we'll give it a little bit of throttle, and then we'll slowly release the independent brake, and we should start rolling forward, hopefully. Again, we are using the power of 3 locomotives. That's 2 DE6s and a DH4. If we can't do it with these 3, then something's really upset. All right, we are rolling, guys. We are rolling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hold on now. We're rolling, but it's not easy still. We're in the yellow. Wow. I thought it'd be pretty easy with this. Do we have a brake on? Yeah, we do. That red flashing light means there's a brake on. Let's stop here for a second. Oh, you know what? I left the handbrakes on. That's what it was. I was like, man, sounds like with 3 locomotives, we should be hauling out of here. Yeah, I remember when I left the stalled train, I locked it up hard. I tied it down good to make sure it didn't drive away without me. So I set both of these handbrakes on, plus the freight ones. So yeah, we should be good to go now. Oh my God. All right, back up to the front, and I'm gonna try this again. This should be fairly simple this time. So go ahead and again release the train brake. You can see the brakes now being released, and we'll also again same as before, hill start, standard hill start. Slowly release an independent brake while adding throttle. And so far, it looks like we are moving forward a bit easier than we were before. We'll watch our traction motor temperature. Now, the train is possibly a little damaged. Whenever you overheat the motor, it does damage the traction motor. So this train we're in now should be fine. This locomotive should be fine, but the other 2 have been overheating earlier to get them this far. So it's possible they may not be performing 100%. And we're gonna have to get those repaired whenever we get to Steel City, or the steel mill. All right, looking good. We are climbing in our speed, and we're in the yellow. And I think I'm pretty confident we'll be just fine like this now. We got 3 locomotives helping us do the work, helping split the load now. And now I know, man, 1,600 tons. Definitely can't pull with just one, and it depends too. I think it depends. It depends where you're going. Now, if we were going downhill the whole way, or the majority of the way, then I think we would have been fine with even just 1 locomotive. But the fact that we had such a steep climb in the very beginning of our journey, 1 locomotive couldn't do it, 2 locomotives together couldn't do it, and now with a 3rd one, I mean, we're barely holding 15 kilometers an hour. And here it is, the peak. Beautiful. Now we're gonna start descending. And the crazy thing is, like, still the steel mine is right here, right? We're over here. There's really no like fast way to get there. You have to go through this little loop around the mountain and then down south, or you have to go south, all the way south, and then back up north, which seems like way out of the way. But it might even be, I don't know, I've never gone that way. Either way, it's just, there's no easy way to get to the steel mill. And this section of track has just really killed us right here. The rest of it shouldn't be as aggressive, but we'll have to wait and see. And now also that we're on our way, we'll go ahead and get our lamp out. I like to have my lamp. We'll put it right here. And we'll shut this door. Shut this door. Oh, I think we're going downhill. Might want to slow down. You might want to slow down. Yep, so 40K is what we're doing. Now we're going negative 1.8%. So downhill, it's not always as easy as we think. So we'll start using that dynamic brake here. And that's going to start slowing us down as well. And that's not going to overheat our actual brake pads, which is good. Because what I learned since my last video is that you can't overheat the brakes in the train. And when you overheat them, they become less and less effective. Let's shut this cab light off. There we go. Now we just have this light. So we don't want to overheat the brakes, which is why you want to use the dynamic brakes as much as you can, if available. Sometimes you may be going too fast, you may be too heavy for the dynamic brakes to even be effective. So you just got to work with whatever works out for you. In our case, the dynamic brakes are working great. We're slowed down to 45, and we're going to slow down a little bit more because we are right on the edge, and it looks like we do have a turn coming up. We want to go right on this upcoming turn, so we'll make sure to hit the switch to the right when we come by. Slow, slow. Please go slow. We can't afford to, oh my god, no. Alright. Slow, slow, come on. Alright, we're max dynamic brake. We are slowing down though, that's good. I am using a little bit of the train brake as well to slow us down. We hit that 40km/h section there, and I was like, no, 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 absolutely not. And you can't see it because it's dark, but off our right is a massive cliff. Massive cliff. Alright, we can now release all the brakes and let it roll a bit more. Let it coast down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow, slow, slow. We don't need any more problems. Oh, we got, oh yeah, turn right. Or left. Yeah, we need to go left. 30. Ooh, let's slow down even more. Ooh. Ooh, slow down. Oh man. I'm really not trying to derail here. All the brakes are releasing. Yeah, I might have hit the brakes a little hard there. What was that sound? Wheel slip? There we go. So we're going downhill, which is going to be super helpful. I knew once we got past that one part that we would be okay. I wish we had an actual end of train device that would tell us, you know, the brake pressure in the back, the distance, stuff like that. That'd be cool. That'd be good to know. Oh, hey man. Yeah, you stay right there. For my light, my night light for the night. Alright, we're doing 60. I don't know what the speed limit is. How tight is this corner? Let's get some dynamics on. Ooh, man, I'm telling you, I'm like, I am so on edge right now, man. It's so many things have been going wrong in this trip. And I shouldn't say go wrong. It's just so many things have been so challenging on this trip that I just want to get to the finish line. I don't want to derail. I know you guys watching probably do want me to derail, but I'm legit trying my hardest not to derail. Alright, we got a junction coming up. We're going to make a right turn at that junction, or a right through the junction. Let's get slowed down. 60 km. Oh, we're going way faster than that. Slow, 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 slow. Alright, dynamics are on as well as autos. Alright, I'm going to come out of the train brake. We should be going... crap. Right. Oh, crap. That's not the right way. No! Oh, my gosh. We're going to have to back up. We got to stop. We got to stop. We missed our turn. I could barely see it. Alright, we're stopping, coming to a screeching stop here. Ooh, baby. What a drive. Alright, well, at least we didn't derail. So let's put it back in reverse. And we'll just reverse back past the sign. I can see the track just barely on through our window there on the right. So we'll get prepared to stop here. As soon as we see the flag. Yep, we need that to go right. I might want to turn our bright lights on, man. Seriously, because I did not see that coming. Alright, back in the fort. Brakes all released. It's crazy how heavy this thing is. I love it. I really do. Like, I love the challenge. I really enjoy the challenge. Honestly, I thought that once I got to this locomotive, that it was going to be like OP. Like, I thought everything was going to be easy. I thought I could just pull as much stuff as I want, but I was wrong. It still has its limitations. It still has its limits, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't just take this train out there and think you're just gonna pull every single load possible. Like, you still got to be mindful of the weight and all that stuff like that. So obviously we could put a couple of these together and probably do a lot more damage. And I don't know, it depends. I mean, I kind of know now 1600, depending on the route, on the terrain, is probably gonna be too much in most cases. So I'm gonna have to bring either 2 of these, or I'm going to have to, I'm just gonna have to do multiple trips or something like that. All right, this should be our last switch kind of checkpoint. After this, we should get a good speed up here. I believe I've run this part of the track before, and the speed limit I believe goes up to like 80, 90 kilometers. It's pretty flat too, so we should be able to get some good speed and a good final home stretch to get us back home. So almost there. I shouldn't say home because we're not going home. Get us to our destination, our final stop, and then after that we then have to offload everything that we unloaded. So we got to break the train up because we have 3 different orders. So we have to break the train up and put them in the tracks that they want them in. Matter of fact, we can take a look at that now if we want. So over in the steel mill, our first order is going to go into the B31. Our second, did it fall? It did fall. Crap, where'd it go? Get over here. How about we put you right here? You keep falling up there. All right, so our second order is going to be going to A66I. And our third order will be going to B31. So our first and third order are all going to the same place. Our second order is not, so that's going to be tricky. We have to split the train up, break it apart, and probably, put it on different tracks. So that's a bummer. I like it when everything goes in the same place, but in our case, we got to put them on 2 separate tracks. So we'll deal with it. It's all good. I don't mind it too much. It's going to take a little bit of extra time. We'll probably pull into, I'm trying to think what we have in the front. That's the way I always think about it. So what do I have in the front of the train? We can pull straight. I believe this first order of I think 10 or 11 cars will go to B3I. And then the last order goes to the B3I. And I believe that order is in the back of the train. This might actually be in the middle. I think I put this in the middle. I can't remember. We'll have to look at it again. That's why it's good to kind of know, if you're carrying multiple orders, where you put them in your consist. And also, it's good to also think ahead and think, all right, well, who needs to be dropped off first or whatnot. I mean, you could think of it that way as well if you want. I do that from time to time as well. So it just saves you time to be able to just leave the yard in the order that you want to drop it off in. And it just makes it so much easier than having to back up and split it up and stuff like that. In our case, we have 3 separate locomotives attached to our consist, so we could really kind of split them up and use them separately. But I'll probably go ahead and stable 2 of them and just use one. I'll probably stable the 2 lead locomotives, so that'll be the 2 DE6s, and then I'll use a DH4 for the shunting, for breaking up the train and putting it where it needs to go. So that way, the DH4 should be a little bit cheaper to operate, and that's the reason why I do it that way. I really only will use this train for actual A to B stuff, and once we get to B, when we need to split things up, you use the DH4 or even use the DE2, use one of the shunting trains, which again is just much cheaper to operate, cheaper fuel, cheaper cost, and all stuff like that. So, and again, we're on career mode, so that's why I'm thinking about finances, thinking about the money involved. This job is probably gonna hurt us financially. Like I said, I spent like all my money just getting a license for this. I had just earned up to get it, and I am not looking forward to seeing what the operating cost of this job was. We're gonna have to pay for fuel for all 3 of these trains. Any damage, we shouldn't have any damage. We might have some motor damage. I wouldn't be surprised with how much pressure we put on that. And I do believe I did damage at least 3 of the actual coal wagons in the process of shunting them when I put them together. And those are pretty expensive. They're like $1,200 a piece every time, each one. I don't know. Might be 12,000 actually. But last time I damaged one, I was like, crap, man, are you serious? All right, 6. We got 2.1 uphill. How far are we now? Oh yeah, we're there. We are there. We are there. So we got this one crossing, which is going to be over by one of the depots, and then we're going to come up. We're going to probably stop just short of. Yeah, that's right there. We're going to stop just short of the first switch here. I'm going to go ahead and get in the brakes right now. Guys, we freaking made it. Oh, I know our job is not done. We still got to break this train apart and set it aside on its separate tracks. But we made it, man. We made it this far. It took a lot. What I'm probably going to do is leave the train right here, wait for the morning, and then we'll put everything in their place. There's nobody else coming tonight, so we can block this track. We'll go ahead and lock it, tie it down for the night, and save some fuel, and then we'll come back in the morning and we'll finish the job. Man, what a day. What a few days. I think this is day 3 in game. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get our handbrakes on and stuff, which is outside. We don't need our flashlight. It is very dark out there. Hop down. Where's the flashlight? There it is. Bro, it's so dark. We're gonna set the handbrakes on all 3 of these locomotives, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. And this one's on the inside. And handbrake is right here. Man, it is so dark. And again, what I like to do, I like to hop over to the lead or the first freight loco and set the handbrake on that as well. Just in case. It's raining, it's slippery, you never know in Derail Valley what's gonna happen. You never know. But guys, we made it to silver or steel mill. And it's gonna break everything apart, set them on their separate tracks, and we'll be done. Oh yes, the sun is up. It's day 3, I believe. I think it's day 3. Been working on this way too long. Let's go ahead and get this train delivered. Let's go ahead and deliver, finish the job. So let's see, we gotta open up our, there we go. So we gotta uncouple CBK 191 on track B3I, and looks like also those set of cars are going to B3I. So most of it's going to B3I, and then the rest are going to go to where is it at? There it is, A6I. So let's first see that we have, hopefully we have all of those first 2 orders on together. So we go find CBK 371. It should be 6 cars back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this should be the 6th car here, and this is number CBK 367. K367. Okay, that's in the middle. Okay, don't tell me these are not in order. 877. Oh, great, they're not in order. This is what we're gonna do. We're going to first detach the first locomotive. We're actually going to move it to the yard because we don't need it. We've done the trip. The second locomotive will just be pushed just before the switch or right after the switch there, because what we're going to do is we're going to take this third one and we're going to move it down, like out of the way, down on this track somewhere. And then we're going to reconnect our lead locomotive to the freight. Then drag the freight into B, cut that apart, reverse the red locomotive back. You know what, let's just do it. All right, first we've taken the lead locomotive off of the consist, and we're gonna go ahead and park it right inside the shed so we can service it later, and we're going to shut it off. There we go, because we don't need it. We only needed it to get us here. Now that we're here, we no longer need it. We'll use the other 2 locomotives. I don't want to keep burning fuel, so we'll get through that. Now he's in the shed. Let's head back to the train. All right, let's hop back into the trailing locomotive, which I don't know when the windows broke out. That's suspicious. Not sure why that happened. We'll fire it up though. Get the independent brake on. Oh, it's like dead. Are you telling me we've been dragging along a dead loco? Oh man, this thing is legit dead. Wow, it's gonna actually need a tow into the shed. I was not expecting that. That's gonna cost us a ton of money. I'm definitely going bankrupt after this. Maybe I'll put some throttle in. Wow, is that a fuel? No, it has fuel. That is weird. All right, that's fine. We'll start this one up. Let's go ahead and release the handbrake. Oh, it's rolling rolling. That's not good. All right, here we go. Pulling into the yard. The D6 does an okay job when it's flat with 1,600 tons. Over hills, it doesn't do too good of a job. So we'll pull it in here, and we'll bring in basically the full... you know what we should have done? Hold on. Let's stop here. So we only want that first cut. We do not want all of it. So we got to find out where the end of this first cut is. I think it was CBK367 was the last one. There it is. Might be a little bit too far ahead. Are we beyond the switch? Yeah. I think that's okay. That's good. That's just in time. So we're gonna cut this. Oh man, is that damaged? Is it just dirty? It's just dirty. Okay, I thought it was damaged. All right, I'm gonna go back here and close the holes. There is air in the pipe because we did turn on the brake. So I gotta be careful with that. Let's turn the handbrake on this so it doesn't roll forward. Pop that open, the rest of that's good. We're gonna leave this here, we'll come back and get that to put into the other track. And what we'll do is we'll bring us forward, we'll cut off all of this. I'm gonna bring it as far forward as possible because we gotta fit more freight cars on this track. And we'll reverse our way back to the center track to get the rest. Alright, we can keep coming forward here. I wanna get the actual coal car right to the sign if we can. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna disconnect this and close that, open that, pop that open. There we go. We gotta find somewhere to put this because right now it's just dead weight. All right, that's good to go. But we are using the brakes, so the brakes do work. So, but now the train is split in half. It won't be as heavy. Oh. Ouch! I think we damaged something again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I saw glass breaking in 73%. Oh no. How is this one doing? I didn't hit it that hard. 74%. Oh, this is gonna be so expensive. Oh, I'm gonna be so poor after this is over. I'm definitely gonna get fired too. No. Do they have loans in this game? Can I take out a loan? Is that possible? I need it. I'm probably gonna need it. I'm going to need it. Because we have beat this thing up so bad. Alright, that's all attached, I think. Did I tighten it? I did. Alright, cool. Alright, so this is the next cut of freight cars, which we are... Oh, it's a handbrake's on. Oh, I did turn it on. We're gonna have to put over at the A yard. So first we're gonna back up. Alright, A6I 877. That should be 3 cars. 886 and 711. That'll be these 3. Find the handbrake on this car. I'll put like 2 or 3 handbrakes on. Make sure it doesn't roll down. I believe it is downhill in that direction over there. There's 1 handbrake. Here's 2 handbrakes. Where's the other handbrake at? Oh, it's right here. Alright, that one's on. And that one's on. So that should be enough to hold it, I hope. Alright, back in the Ford, release the brakes. Okay, so now that we've brought that forward, I'm going to uncouple this. There we go. And that should be clear to switch. And I'm going to go run and get one of these shunters to help us put that into its correct place. And this is the one we're going to use. Go hop in. Alright, how do I start this thing? Now we have a light. And let's get it powered on. Electronics, starter. Oh yeah. Lights. Alright, gearbox, reverser forward. Brakes are all released. Let's go. I swear I've used probably every locomotive currently available in the game today. Except for the Steam one. I think we've used all of them except for the Steam one. And maybe that one. Maybe. Alright, just gonna rotate the turntable. Didn't think I was gonna get to use the turntable today. Actually, you know what? I think we need to go the other way. We need to back up. Get back in. The turntable mechanics really cool in this game. Really like it. That's what this game is all about, man. Problem solving. When things don't go as planned, that's kind of the fun of it, right? It's like, hey, yeah, you can drive from A to B, but sometimes when things don't quite go right, instead of just going back to an autosave, why not try to dig yourself out of the hole you made, right? Oh, baby, she's heavy. She's heavy. We're doing it, though. It's doing it. And we're just going to back it up and push it right back into B31 or B3I. Or is that A? Yeah, B3I. And then we're done. That's all it is left to do. Wait, is it nighttime already? It took me an hour to do this recording. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, here we come. Half back. Start getting on those brakes, please there, buddy. Nice and slow. All right, just short. Keep pushing, keep pushing. This is the final bit. There it is. All right, let's set handbrakes on these freight cars and consider it delivered. Right there and right there. And here's the thing, man. The work is not done here. Maybe done for us for the night or for the day. This was a 3-day job for us in game. But there's so much work to be done in Derail Valley. I mean, now that we've delivered the freight cars, if we want it, we could go into the station and it will generate us a shunting job where we will have to go and unload this coal. After you unload that coal, you have to put it back into the transfer yard where it'll now be sent on a logistics ticket and be sent probably back to the coal mine to once again be filled with coal again. There's just so much to do. Even though it's a single player game, like, it keeps you busy. It really does. And if you're somebody who's a big fan of trains, you're gonna enjoy this game. Let's go ahead and disconnect here and we'll set this handbrake as well. Close the pipes. And not even to mention, now that we've used 4 different locomotives throughout this entire journey to haul 20 full loads of coal freight cars. Actually, shut it off. We're done. We are done. Yes. So 20 freight cars full of coal up a mountain. We used 4 different freight cars to help us do it. This red one in front of me right now is now disabled somehow. I'm not sure how I broke it through the journey, but we did. So, and now after the fact, now that it's over, we have to go and service all of these vehicles. Got to go refuel them, repair them. Any service that's needed done, we got to do that. So right now, I'm just going to leave in the yard. The sun is setting again, so I'm going to wait till morning to do all of that. And that'll be for next time. You guys are not going to see that part. But it was fun. It was a lot of firsts in this particular journey, in this drive. First time driving the DE6. Really did enjoy it. Was kind of expecting it to be a bit stronger than it was. First time doing multiple units for a job. That was a lot of fun. And the first time getting to do shunting with the, I think it's called the DM3, the blue train that we were using right over here. So we should be good. Everything should be tied down. Let's run to the station and see how much money we lost. I'm not ready for this. All right, so we go over here. We'll pick up our jobs and we'll put them into the order validator. So this one we made 9,000. We made $9,500. But it took us 181 minutes. How many hours is that? 3 hours. That's 3 hours of my real life, of my real time. And no damage on this one. Oh, that's a lie. 80. Oh, hold on. Let's get this first. There we go. So we have car damage 7,000. Cargo damage 432. Not too bad. So about 8,000 we got to pay out of that. So yeah, that's out of the first tickets. We owe 8,000 out of that ticket. Here's our second one. 182 minutes, 27,000 was our pay. Well, I'll take the money. I'm gonna need it. And oh, only 30 bucks. Car damage, not bad. One of the freight cars got hurt a little bit. I can take that. All right, that's actually not as bad as I expected. All right, here is the big order, I think. And this one we're supposed to make 16,000. Again, 182 minutes. I'll take that cash. And let's see how much we owe. Oh, nothing. Oh, not bad at all. But that's not where it's at. Fees. Oh my gosh. Look at the fee list. We use 4 different locomotives. $30, 920, 5,020, 240, 7,200, 7,200, 8,100. Keep going down the list. 19,000, 32,000, 114,000. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. How much we got now? How much we got right? We have 80,000 in my wallet. I ain't got the money. I ain't got it. So you can stop calling because I ain't got it. Oh my gosh. Wow. And obviously I can save some money by servicing these manually in the shed. But a lot of this is actually damaged. It's 114,000. You can print that out. And this, yep, this is the L-047 mechanical powertrain. Yeah, this is, yeah, man. So, guys, that's it for today's drive. Check in the next video to see if I still even can continue. I might have to bankrupt and like start my career over. I'm not really sure. There's not really a bank you can get money from. And I'm not sure if it'll even allow me to pick up another job to pay for it. So we'll have to see. But guys, thank you so much for sticking around. This was way longer, way more drawn out, way more difficult than it had to be. But guys, it was fun. This is why I still love the game and enjoy the game. It's so much to do. I like it. It's fun. I know I'm pulling my hair out. I know I'm frustrated. I know it's tedious, but I love it. I enjoy it. Guys, Derail Valley Simulator. Until next time, remember you have 3 choices. Give up, give in. Give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. See ya. Sheesh. I'm so poor now.